we enter this matchup. So it's it's 4 versus 5. Yes, 4-5 right now in this match score. But I mean, it's just such a long series at this point. I keep forgetting where we're at. 4-5, and in the lead is Liquid with Clem in the top right-hand side. A win here puts them in such an amazing spot because then they're one map away from winning the whole match and hence the whole tournament because it's the grand finals. In the bottom left, our Red Zerg Serral. Win this, you're 5-5, and then you probably just need Reynor to win his matchup, and you're probably going to an ace match most likely. So that's where we are at. Big game for Serral. Can he take down Clem here on Tourmaline? What a map for it as well. This is it's an interesting map because it's a 7 base map, so there's not all the bases in the world to work from in the late game. It's a shorter, aggressive map as well, so that's an aspect as well for dealing with the Terran pushes early. It's going to be fascinating to see how Serral maneuvers around those kind of problems and kind of the layout of this map. We don't see Serral that much, so whenever he's playing new maps, it's always such a great indicator of just how these maps play, how these maps look, what it turns out like, etc., right? So definitely thinking that's a fun little setup that we have coming for ourselves right now as we get going here. I'm Tourmaline for a couple of moments, setting up, getting rolling, seeing what's going to happen. Fans only coming down, the orbital about to finish, the Reaper is very much so on its way out. We have an SCV coming across the map to do some scouting. Clem just wants to make sure that Serral's not up to anything too cheeky. One of the best parts of Serral's game is that he is not afraid to play things a bit aggressively if he feels the need to, so he's just going to be able to, you know, Clem's just making sure nothing's kind of away from the ordinary right now, making sure he's feeling pretty comfortable about things. Currently, as the Reaper hops down to the bottom left, and away we go. Up and down, moving along. The grenade gonna go down, blasting a few Lings in the drone about as well. So you're gonna see the Lings taking a bit more damage. The Reaper will take a few more shots as well. We go back and forth, but obviously most importantly, this Reaper just wants to keep on being as annoying as possible. Lings be about halfway done, hatched onto the third base. The Reaper going to fight against a couple of Lings. The drones will continue there as well. Still got that Ling speed coming through. Again, the command center and the starport coming about. The orbital going to be a part of this. The SCV still building. Bring that through as well. Next thing, that Reaper still fighting. Just going to be having ourselves the Queens taking some damage too. Banshee, couple of Hellions, the Marines still coming about, the SCVs and the orbital coming through. It's going to be seeing that single Zergling getting up to the high ground already. We're having the Hellion just going to get over there. The Ling will go down. And just a little bit of value being found here and there as we trade between a couple of these positions. Again, Banshee Hellions, the Cloaking coming up, a couple of Queens and the drones all coming through. Hellions and the Reaper will gather up as well, so continuing to gather for the moment as we just have ourselves the little bit of a push up just for now. Get in position. Try to see what we can do here. There's going to be a couple of barracks coming up as well, so bringing those straight about, the lair on the way. Queens will just push over and again chase a few of those Hellions back into the center of the map currently. Banshee just, again, moving about. Seeing what we can do. Keeps well opening, you know, for Serral Clem. I mean, 3 Lings died, which has been pretty impressive from Clem. Killing 3 Lings at Serral Hill is always a feat, but yeah, for our point of view, it is pretty calm and collected right now. Not a lot going on, not a lot happening just yet. Just sat here chilling and waiting for the next couple of moments to see what the moves will be. I see the Queen's going to be there. Hellions and the Reaper will set up. Another little grenade going down. Then we having the 1-1 upgrade still coming about. The stim pack coming through. All those additional drones coming up with the extractors on the way. The Overseer's building. Queen still building into place. The Banshee's going to fire, and the Queens will already take some damage. Hellions and the Reaper back around at the left-hand side. The Queens will join up. The hatchery will be placed. Queen going down immediately as our drones are about to be done. Lings and the Overlord building up. The Hydra Den is going to start. So seeing Serral just kind of playing the Ling Hydra. Going to skip the Banelings. Ling Hydra especially is interesting. I mean, we've seen some Ling Infesta stuff, but Ling Hydra? That I'm not as familiar with. So maybe just rush toward Lurkus here. Maybe we got a Baneling Nest a bit later down the line still. Yeah, lots of commitment right now. We come through in these initial stages and we move up and see where we go. These Hellions are going to try and get a few Lings, and they get a few, and then they lose a couple of Hellions, so they decide to just back off overall. Deciding to turn around and go elsewhere. Those Queens. And drop a few more creep teamers down. Just going to be seeing a lot of the units from Clem heading across the map, making a journey out to the other side. The Hydra's still building through. The Infestation Pit starting up. Yeah, he's going to go missile upgrades to just get that Infestation Pit up, and we will roll from there. That hatchery completing. The Marines and the Medevac. We'll be heading down to the bottom left-hand side, getting onto the creep spread here in the next few moments. Again, 1-1 upgrades still coming about in the missile and the carapace. The Muscular Augment's coming up as well. See the couple of shots coming about. Marine's going to get in after those Queens. Again, Hive building up. Ling Hydra Infested coming over. A lot of those upgrades coming through as well. Serral splitting up to the top side, looking for a potential wraparound in toward the middle as well. A couple of Banshees will get there. Push those Lings back the other direction. Infestors already building through as well. The Hydras are still coming up. Just a lot of that being brought into play for now. We've seen those Hydras taking a couple shots of damage. Marine still stepping through. Tank is still very much so in position as well. Just trying to do what it can there. The Hellbat stepping up as well. Ling Hydra coming in. Infesta doesn't really hit that big of a fungal. Target fire on the Infesta is good from the tanks. Next fungal is decent, but there's a lot of Marines here that will stand and fight. The Hellbats in the back get rid of some of the Lings that leak through. Clem's supply looking good. He turns away and doesn't keep fighting just yet. Might want some health on these Marines. That was a good fight for Clem, though, overall. Again, Marine Hellbats still gathering together. Just seen the Lurk Den about to finish up. Hydras and the Infested coming up as well. Have ourselves the army just still pressing through Clem. 20 army supply ahead at the moment. A few drones down. Yeah, that Banshee on the top side started trying to just be an annoyance right here. Lurkers are on the way, and Lurkers will buy you some time here as Serral to reset and resecure this position. My concern right now is like the lack of splash damage just means these Marines are going to be an issue, and if the Lurkers don't get out, that's going to be a problem too. He did cancel the 2 Lurkers on the bottom side there already, so that's a great start. Queen's still taking some shots, tanks firing up nicely, Hydra's taking even more damage currently. Hydras keep on going down, Queen's taking even more damage, the Marines will stim through, looking to get after those Queens, looking to get after those Hydras. This fungal landing. The Hydra's still trying to step forward. Medivacs will heal up just once again. Even more units coming right down to the bottom of the map here currently. So, make our way straight down over in that direction. Ghost Academy will finish soon. The Planetary Fortress coming up. Seismic Spines is not far from finishing. The fungal lands on just a couple of Marines. That's it for Investor Energy right now. Serral needs to be careful about what he's pushing into here. He needs to get rid of tanks if he attacks in. He needs to remove some of this constant splash damage. And to be fair, the Hydras are not dying quickly enough, so Serral is going to find a defense. He is going to find a hold. He will not let Clem overwhelm him right now. That is going to be the defense he kind of needed all the way throughout this. Finally pushing Clem away, getting rid of some of the tanks as well. Stops the kind of solidity of just sitting there and letting this continue. So that's a big deal as well. That is a major factor. A lot of that bio now still gathering up together. The medevac coming over as well. You can see the bio pulling back the other side. A few Marines going to stim back over there also. Ghosts, tank, and cluster shells, and the +3 attack coming through. The siege tank and the command center missile turrets all coming in as well. The bio will get in after the Overlord, taking that down already. And Circling goes running out over to that right-hand side. Clem does not win the game on that push in the end. I mean, he puts himself in what I feel like is a good position because, hey, his supply feels great after all of that. We'll see where we're going to go. Because, yeah, this game does not come to a close, and Serral survives. Now has lurkers. I mean, Serral's army comp's going to be better than it has been, because he's actually going to get to the splash units he's looking for. I imagine these lurkers are on hold position and looking for a big catch. If Clem walks over this area, could be a huge amount of damage. I mean, right now, just a bit of bio going to wander around, so if you hold position these lurkers, they do not shoot. So you just wait for the right opportunity to get some free kills. He wants more than that. He wants to find the whole army, because you've got to think about where Clem is likely to attack in this game. Clem is very likely to attack over in this direction. This is the more exposed base, rather than attacking in down over here. That's, you know, or here at least as well. Like, this pathway is absolutely one that Clem is expecting to be put to use, is the TLDR of this right now. So that is what we're kind of looking at maybe happening in these next few moments. Missile turret will set up. These lurkers, the missile turret's obviously going to spoil it for them, but they can, of course, just wait. And then just shoot once the missile turret's coming up, perhaps to reveal themselves. We're going to try and fight back. Maybe the Ling Hydra tries to play cleanup here as well. And actually, we get rid of the missile turret for the moment. Down does Clem actually bring the rest of this army forward. Stepping through, the Hoden lurkers are waiting, but Clem will turn around because he is a Nidus to the right side. It's not in his bases. He is so close to stepping into this trap. It's... oh my god, it's so close to happening. The best part from this as well is Serral is just sat here like he sees this army right there at the moment. And his scan is just going to ruin these lurkers. Hey, this might be it. Finally, maybe, possibly. Look, I mean, it doesn't get better than that, Serral. Surely we just take this opportunity. We click the ghosts. No? No? Serral, you're so patient. Come on. Surely this is it. There we go. The lurkers fire it. In we go now. The fight happens. Lings are going to flood on forward. The tanks are going to get jumped on. The infestors do get zoned. Serral is going to get pushed away as the lurkers do get cleaned up in the end. It was not a bad fight, but honestly, I thought it might go a little bit better. Fun opportunity from Serral. Now Clem is going to be way more aware of lurkers hitting around the map. His scans are going to be much more consistent, and I can't imagine we're going to find much of an opportunity like that anytime in the near future, if I had to make a guess. Lurkers will burrow as we reset ourselves a little. Couple of Vipers coming through as well. Just going to be seeing the +3 armor coming up, the Ghost Marine, tank, and medevac coming over. This hatchery on the 6 o'clock coming by also for the moment. Just a couple ghosts will get there, a couple changelings go down. The Vipers will still continue to come about. The burrow and the adrenal glands coming over. The lurkers will burrow to the top as we just go for a bit of a bigger shove. Both players max out at this stage. Another Nidus to the top side obviously puts us in a good position to keep on harassing, keep on punishing. If the opponent gets a little bit too frisky, it means we have a way to kind of keep him back at home. I gotta say, I feel like Clem's not been across the map too much, and yet, I mean, at least super recently, and I feel like the creep spread is kind of halted. Weird to see Serral not kind of pushing a bit more creep out, especially in the bottom right side of the map, where I feel like he really isn't close to being kind of attacked. I can understand in the center, maybe some creep being pushed back a little bit, but in the upper right, it not being, or in the bottom right, it not being pushed forward is a little crazy. There is a tank here that's in reach of those lurkers, and a couple of those lurkers go down. Serral moves into position, but unfortunately gets smashed back very quickly. The bio trying to step forward there. The lurkers will get turned away. Bio will take another step forward or two, and just going down. High-sec order tracking coming up, Neo-Steel plating. Upgrades in general coming through. The bio trying to hit the hatchery. The fusion core still coming about. Bane Hydra wants to run up a little bit, but the siege tank is going to make it scary to run in there and to enable that splash damage to come into play. You want to be very cautious about that, so something to be a little concerned over. As you do see, the snipes looking good. Lurkers going down already. The rest of this bio still gathering up. There's that one infester just lurking off over to the side. Playing Bane, Hydra, Viper going to come stepping through. We are going to see an EMP going off. The Viper's getting caught in that EMP. Not a lot of ability or spell casting available then once your energy is taken away from you. So those Vipers will turn tail and go recharge. Consume up into a little bit more, you would imagine, over the next few moments. I'm just pushing straight back forward, looking to get in toward this hatchery at the front. Going to be taking this down. Hatchery falls. Hydra Bane stepping through. The Lings are running forward as well. The bio will clean up and will chase this down. The rest of this Ling drone army out to the bottom right side. Just going to be seeing the +3 missiles coming through. The couple of infestors coming up as well. Zerglings still coming out. Neo-Steel plating. All of the upgrades continuing by for the moment. So again, a lot of that coming through already. It's a lot of Lingbane lurkers set on that right side. They're going to come stepping through. I'm just going to dive into that right side base, scan to the upper left. Now some lurkers going to be in position. We did target one of them down, which is a nice job for Clem. The less lurkers you have to deal with, the easier it is to come across and clean these things up. So getting rid of the lurkers every now and again really is a big benefit. That army gets cleaned up on the right. We are looking to go top left as Serral. CC blocked by a Zergling currently. Funnily enough, not a burrowed Zergling, despite the burrow indeed being in the game, so... Couple Liberas still producing through. Tanks and Marines join up. The Ghosts will be there as well. 14 additional Banelings producing. The Zerglings still on the way, plus 3 melee coming about. The nuke on the way from Clem as well. Just going to get that building in the main base. It gets that nuke started to begin with. Armory continues through. The Viking, the +1 vehicle plating coming up as we speak. Hydra going to come running across, just going to jump onto this older command, will take some damage. A couple of Overseers taking some shots as well. I mean, just eating some of the missile turret damage, which does not bring really else for them to shoot at anyway. And Serral commits into that. I don't know if I love it. Serral at this stage just trying to bust through and take some trades and kind of keep Clem's money low, which he is doing, but then he's obviously going to be trading very inefficiently. Already 9,000 resources lost difference, and he's going to be working through his bank quickly. You've got to be so careful on this map. I mentioned it earlier, this is a 7 versus 7 base map. It's not easy to steal a base on a 7 versus 7 base map because it's usually the 8th base is not usually that exposed. And because of that situation, this is, like I say, a little bit of a scary scenario here, I feel like, at the moment for Serral. Because if this was like a much larger map, he would get a lot more bases a lot more comfortably. Instead, he's going to have to really fight for his bases and really try and work toward it. And I think that is definitely going to present a challenge here more than anything else. As missile turrets get in after the Overseers. Banelings crash in for 17 SCVs. That's a much nicer fight from Serral. The lack of success on the right side is made up for by the absolute success of a base denial over here. And SCVs too, taking away the economy, which Clem is hoping to keep going because he is basically building with what he mines. As Clem pushes here, if he lost this army right now, rebuilding is going to be super tough because he doesn't have money banked, and that could be game losing, but he also has 140 army supply. it's tough to lose the fight, and he knows it, hence why he's over here fighting the way that he is. And Serral ends up being pushed away, having to pull out from that left-hand side and reposition a little bit. The Zerglings will come back through. And Command Center will resettle. And let's just have ourselves a couple libs set up. The Lings are going to jump onto the siege tanks as well. Plenty of libs coming through right now. Orbital commands coming up as well. So just Clem really settling into the late game. As Serral, my concern for him is, again, where do we really go with this late game? Couple Vipers, couple Infestors, and it's just Lingbane Hydra. Otherwise, you're going to go back to 9 more Lurkers. So we'll continue to replenish the kind of the techier units here. Like I say, I'm not sure if overall that's necessarily the be-all and end-all of this scenario. Is the Marine step through, the couple bits of Lingbane going to get pushed back the other way. Lib still moving forward. Means we'll keep on fighting. Those Lings will take damage. Bio gathering up. Hatchery goes down. Greater Spire will keep on building through. A couple libs in the advanced ballistics coming up as well. The SCVs will build. Feel those Lings pop straight out of the Nidus network, and we'll come around into being in an aggressive position now, seeing if they can have any opportunity to make something happen here. More Lings will fall. Greater Spire is still building. These Lurkers get busy. It's a lot of SCVs going down. Nice jump onto the top left base. Will not kill the base and the ghost show up, so we're going to have to start running already. So we lose SCVs in the top left. We lose a base bottom right. Clem is not replenishing too many SCVs. He's still on a big army, 150 army supply, but Serral 2 is on a big army at this point. Still has 3k, 1.5k banked up, so still has a good mineral gas count to be working with. More Liberators will siege over that right side. The rest of the Lingbane Hydra. Viper comes back to the bottom. Tanks and the Liberators all continuing through. Hydra Bane will produce. The Zerglings on the way. Hatcheries and the Nidus coming online as well. A couple Ghosts will just snipe straight about and really continue to try and play those Lurkers out. Just going to jump back into the Nidus network. And the additional siege tanks coming through. The Liberator coming about. Synth Tower on the way. Nice, I'll jump onto an Infestor, just going to take that out immediately. Bio still joining up together with the Ling Hydra. Bane going to run straight through. Planetary Fortress is getting jumped on. The SCVs will be going down as well, so a lot of that getting cleaned up. The Bane still rolling through. Lings want to get across, jump onto the siege tank here. That's going to be a nice kill before we just get out of there. So again, Serral getting rid of SCVs. Clem is working with such little economy. The absolute belief from him that he can just win a fight convincingly and that he doesn't need a ton of resources to rebuild with is incredible. Nice goes down. A few more drones dropping. This hatchery will be in trouble in the end as the couple of Infestors still coming up. The Vipers are still building. Hatchery in the top left side will settle. We just see the orbital command going to lift off and pull away. We have ourselves the Infestors in production, so again, back to producing those. We're just going to get a nice abduct off, get rid of some Liberators, some more efficiency here from Serral. Efficiency would be great at flying because this is now, we're trying to go 8 bases. Like we're taking that top left base, 14k resource loss difference. He needs that top left base to stick. Like he needs to mine both corner bases. I just truly think mining both corner bases is going to be genuinely a request that we're going to really struggle to match. Lib Tank Ghost still continuing to build on through, so we bring up as much of that as we possibly can just for the moment. See where we get to with all of this, as we do have another Liberator is going to get set up as well. Marauders in the bottom right going to jump onto that hatchery. +2 vehicle plane coming about, +1 ship weapons coming through. The +1 flyer attack upgrade is also in production right now as the Banes will settle. Serral looks for another attack to the top side here. His bank is running dry, and especially when Clem's bank is becoming larger, that's the issue, is that Serral now is trading inefficiently and Clem has the bank to replenish. And Serral doesn't really overwhelm in that regard. He dives in with the Hydras here, believes he can jump on this army, which I don't necessarily completely disagree with, but it's still expensive. And again, the rebuilds right now are becoming more and more problematic than what we've seen in a hot second. So this is absolutely becoming a much bigger issue as the moments pass on by. Lings move aside. Ghost is going to step up. We're seeing the couple of positions being taken. I mean, this top left base, I think, is in trouble. And we already lost the bottom right as Serral too. And I think that's the issue, is that Serral is just never going to be able to mine the bases he needs to make up for the efficiency in this game. A couple of these ghosts getting caught immediately. Lings and Hydras is going to crush through. The siege tank's going to get jumped on. Playing a Bane Hydra going back the other way. I'm trying to think of what I could believe in for Serral right now. Like, is there anything here where I'm like, yes, that seems reasonable? I honestly do not really think there is. I really genuinely think the man is in some deep trouble right now in this game 10 of this series. It would be a liquid match point scenario if Clem was to win this game. Remember, we're talking about how does Basilisk win this overall grand final. Well, pretty much this was a must-win matchup. Lose this and you're going to be in so much trouble, more than likely, over the next games. But mostly because you have to play Roddy, and again, don't want to hate on Roddy, but the reality is he's an underdog in every match he plays in this. So the fact that now you have to get Roddy to win a game, it's a tough one to rely on, right? I just try and dive on forward, try to see what they can do as we clean up the Liberator, clean up the siege tanks, continue to get this on the go, but at the end of the day, we just don't have enough supply left over. Serral has to say GG, and Clem is going to take the game and put us onto, as I said before, just so... I think it was just like, I think what I understand in the OG days, this was just how people spelled it a bit more, and then it became very uncommon around the time my parents used it. And so I've always grown up with people being like, why do you type your name wrong? And I'm like, I didn't. Like, yeah, I'm sure if someone Googles it, you could figure out the story behind it. There probably is one, but like, from what I understand, like, it is a way to spell a name. It's like, and it wasn't even as uncommon as it is now. But, yeah. I'm gonna Google that. Weird. Jonathan's such a weird name, no? You don't think? Like, when you just stop and look at it for a second, like, I just looked at it and I was like, wait, is that my name? When I just typed it out, I'm like, God, that looks so weird. I don't use Jonathan for anything. I'm Wardy. For all intents and purposes, so... I literally just typed in, like, Jonathan versus Jonathan. I was like, that looks really weird. I'm like, am I remembering my name correctly? Is that the ID I used for something? I'm like, no, that is my name. I just had a moment where I was like, I literally thought I forgot what my name was. I'm okay, I promise. I'm here in the head properly, kind of. Oh yeah. My brain honestly just did a double take on my own name. It's so funny. You have a friend who has the same name as me, and he goes by JW, his initials. Yeah, I mean, it's not that I hate my name. I got called Wardy in high school, or not even high school, in like primary school, and everyone called me Wardy, right? And it just really stuck. So I'm Wardy to everybody, like, you know, like to me, Wardy is very much so my name. So, yeah. It's funny, though, because I used to spell Wardy with a Y. Like, Wardy with an I was specifically my gamer tag, right? So, For example, so all my friends I have from outside of gaming would call me Wardy, and if they write it down, they would write it with a Y. So then, you know, and for example, Helen has only ever known me through StarCraft originally, right? So she always wrote Wardy with an I. And it's so funny because when she saw people like call me Wardy and they wrote it with a Y, and she's like, "Why are they spelling your name wrong?" And I was like, "Oh no, that's how you spell it." And she was like, "No, it's not." And I'm like, "Yeah, it is." So yeah, but yeah, for me, Wardy with the I was like the gamer tag version, because I always thought it'd be really cool. I remember when I was in high school, I was like, what if I get people to write Wardy with an I? And someone told me it doesn't work because it wouldn't be Wardy, it would be Ward-I. And I was like, but I could just say it's Wardy, you know? And they were like, no, it doesn't work like that. It's stupid. So I was really moody about it. And then one day on WoW, I just changed my name to Wardy with an I, but with like a little accent after. I was like, it looks cool with the accent, right? So that became my gamer tag. I mean, it's kind of like a multi-purpose one, just with the letter difference. Favorite Hellion gets 10 probes. I'm not really casting the game, which I should apologize for, because that was pretty serious damage, but that might just summarize the game in general. Q gets in, 10 probes dead, and Roddy is going to be in a world of trouble from here, especially playing Phoenix. Playing Phoenix off of damage like this is going to be tough, because now you're playing with units that are meant to be defensive and help you stop from taking damage early. You're not going to have a lot of oomph in your army if Q hits you with a timing in the next 3 or 4 minutes, you know? Viking is going to shoot. Phoenix is going to get turned away. Twilight Council coming about. Probes coming up. So you get that on the go. People can pronounce it GIF even though it's GIF. I think Wardy pronounced Wardy's okay. I mean, at the end of the day, because it's a game attack, people just kind of... It doesn't matter, right? I'm just like, oh yeah, that's like... It's said like this, you know? You know how many Twitch chat names I've read and people are like, oh, it's actually pronounced like this? I'm like, okay, buddy, sure. Like, but you can't say it's not. Like, it's their Twitch name. Like, they're allowed to do whatever. As soon as you make it a game attack or whatever, or gamer name, whatever you want to call it, like, it doesn't have to abide by the rules of everything else in the real world, you know? It's much more difficult in the real world to be like, actually, it's like this, when they're just like, no, that's not how you pronounce that. In the world of gaming, you can do what you want a bit more, you know? You're all about Wardy casting his name. I don't know. It's a fun story. We tell it like every, maybe twice a year or something, I guess. Marine, Cyclone, Viking gathering up. Hellion's going to be right there as well as we gather on together. It's going to be seeing the charge on the way through. The couple gates in production. Depot going to go down at the front as well. And get settled on into this. +1 that stim coming through. The few Marines and the SCVs. The missile turrets coming about as well. So a lot of that on the way through here as the Phoenix will get in after a couple of SCVs. Charge on the way up as well. Trying to take that third base. Obviously not a fast third base, but a third base off of what has been a very weak start in this game is going to put you in probably some trouble. Twice a year, you got lucky. Well, I mean, we always retell stories on stream, right? Because after a while, like, people, even if they heard it last time, will listen to it again and not be bothered. Yeah, I mean, this is not the first time I've talked about the Wardy versus Wardy thing. But it's not like we talk about it every day either, right? So, yeah, I guess you are lucky. And next week's 1 year only story is gonna be even better. So you better be there for it, you know. Cyclone popping, Phoenix taking some shots. We do have the charge, and so in place, I mean, it's going to be Phoenix Zealot. I don't know if we want to... I mean, we've got Stim already as Q. I was going to say, I don't know if we want to fight before Stim. He actually already had it. We're going to have combat shields too. This doesn't feel... 24 Marines do not die to this, is my opinion of this. No splash damage is very difficult. See the Phoenix. Don't even get close to setting the mines off in a kind of a nasty way onto the Marines or anything. That may have been the one hope to, like, Phoenix drag the mines onto the bio. And Cure is going to win this competition, win the Team League. The Team Liquid 7-4 over Basilisk.